There's never a great time, is there, to find out that your child has cancer, but to find out on Christmas Eve at like 3:30 in the afternoon was just absolutely brutal.
I'm Grace Roberts, I'm 17 and I live in the Isle of Man. So I started gymnastics when I was about 6 years old. I started off in just the recreational classes and then quite quickly worked my way up to the performance level. I've been doing it ever since until I had to stop.
She was always kind of full of energy and kind of throwing herself off stuff.
She spent most of her life at the age of 6 years old upside down, literally. We've got pictures of her reading books upside down underneath a table. And
so we thought, let's get her into a gym.
The floor was definitely my favourite. I was always quite a powerful gymnast, so I really excelled in that area and I enjoyed it the most. It was about last summer. I started noticing a lump, but I'd been to the doctors and they told me that there was nothing to worry about. So I just went back to training as normal, and I just noticed I'd start getting really tired and I'd be going home after school and just falling asleep, sometimes until the next day. There was one competition where I was just thinking to myself, I don't know if I can finish it, I've got nothing left.
Alarm bells weren't even going off. I knew there was something odd going on, but I never really thought, it was going to be cancer. But so we took her in, she had her scan, he arranged for a biopsy to be done, and then on Christmas Eve we got the phone call to say that Grace had cancer.
I would say that period was the worst 5.5 days of our lives.
Very dark and lonely 5 days. I asked the consultant on the phone, I said, look, is she going to be okay? And he just said, I'm really sorry, I don't know. We were together with the whole family on Boxing Day, and I do remember distinctly at one point on Boxing Day just looking at the family and everybody was having such a nice time, and knowing that we had this bombshell information that we were just going to drop. I told myself, I said, you need to just remember this moment, lock it in, because this is the last time the whole family is going to be happy. And yeah, it was really difficult to get through Boxing Day. But anyway, we got through. Those few days were awful. We had a very short amount of time to sit them down.
Hello, come in, sit down.
Yeah.
You've got cancer, we have to go to hospital tomorrow.
So it was kind of sitting down, trying to explain it to them both, trying to give them the time to ask questions and to process it all, but practically knowing we had to still finish packing and get ready to be on a plane at 7 o'clock the next morning, so that was a bit difficult.
It was really difficult, but I didn't really have much time to process it because I was told in the evening and then told we need to get on a plane tomorrow morning, so I just packed all my stuff and went off to hospital, but sort of just took it day by day and tried to get through it like that. I had 9 cycles of chemotherapy in 3-week sections. It was really tough. It just takes all your strength, and when you feel like you're starting to recover, you've got to go in for more, and it's just a constant cycle of just being really unwell.
It was actually the last day of Grace's treatment in Manchester. I got a phone call quite early in the morning. Angela, you're never going to believe this. I've had a reply from the killers. They've said yes, they will meet with you.
I was getting ready to go to the hospital. Mum just came in and you could tell she just couldn't keep it in, and she just burst out with it, and we were all so excited. It just lifted everyone's mood for the whole week, and having something to look forward to really helped you get through and keep a positive attitude towards everything.
You always hear that thing, don't meet your heroes, but that definitely didn't apply to the situation.
It was incredible. They were so lovely, just really nice and chatty and amazing people, really.
The killers have a tradition where they pick someone out of the crowd to play the drums. People go with their signs and hold them up, and Katie was up and down like a yo-yo. Oh, this is amazing. What if he picks me?
And we were just trying to make sure that she was seen with this sign, so they kind of lifted her up.
Brandon thankfully spotted her and pulled her up on stage, and then she just acted like a rock star and blew the crowd away with just a brilliant drum set.
It was crazy. I think I was probably more nervous than her when she was up there, but it was just one of those things that you can't comprehend that it's actually happening because it was so surreal. But it was just incredible watching her up there as part of the band, and then you look around and there's so many people around, it's just insane.
One of the things that kind of got me through the nerves was knowing that the reason that I've got this opportunity and got an advantage over other people wanting to go up was because of Grace and because of the Willow Foundation. Obviously Grace has been very brave this whole year with all of her chemo and getting through all of that, so if she can do that then I can make the most of it and go and try and make her proud.
If we'd have thought of how do we want to mark the end of Grace's treatment, I don't think we could have thought of a better way to do it than the special day that actually happened.
It impacted the whole family. It gave the whole family a lift. The day after the concert, that was the day that I knew that everything was going to be okay again. It just gave everybody such a lift, didn't it? All right.
Incredible, surreal, just amazing. Yeah, really special. I won't forget that day ever.
I just don't think anything's gonna top that, to be honest.
Yep, this year we've had the worst nights of our lives and also the best. Thanks to Willow.